Hello everyone, I'm Hot Dog Bag Lady, and welcome to my 50 followers celebration video. I'd like to thank everyone for all the support you've given me on Twitch, all the lovely people who have subbed, followed, donated bits, spammed emotes, rated me, or just popped in to see how I'm doing. It really means a lot to me. This video is ever so slightly overdue. Forgive me, this is my first time making something like this, and I am now much more aware of the effort and time that needs to go into making a video like this, and I can say with a lot of confidence that the quality of this type of content will only improve from here on out. Before we begin, I just want to remind everyone that you can catch me live on Twitch Mondays through Thursdays, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. on Mondays and Thursdays, and then 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I am currently streaming Fallout New Vegas. It is my first time ever playing a Fallout game, and I'm honestly really enjoying it. I have a couple games I'm thinking about streaming next, but I believe that most viewers have told me that they want to see Expedition 33, so that's most likely going to start when I finish New Vegas. Last thing, my next follower goal is to reach 100 followers on Twitch, and then I will do a hot link challenge where I find the hottest hot links I can in my area and eat a bunch of them on stream, and you can watch a grown man cry. My next sub goal is to have 25 subscribers, and I will do an outdoor grill stream where subs will vote on a couple different meats for me to grill, and I'll live stream it and we'll have a great time. Anyways, on to the video. I'll be making a meal I ate way too often growing up, my world famous grilled cheese chili MacDog, which is a hot dog that has grilled cheese sandwich for a bun. It's topped with chili, and instead of just using cheese for the chili, like a chili cheese dog, we use mac and cheese. If that sounds like an excessive amount of calories, that is because it is. Anyways, enjoy. First things first, here are the ingredients I'll be using for my grilled cheese chili MacDog. I want to remind you here that if you want to make this at home, you can substitute anything you see here for your preferred version. For example, for my grilled cheese, I will be using Lucerne sliced Colby Jack cheese. If you would prefer a different kind of cheese, or you want to shred your cheese, etc., that's no problem. Colby Jack is just my favorite cheese to make grilled cheese with, and having it pre-sliced is a convenience thing. For all intents and purposes, slicing your own cheese from a block is more cost efficient, and even will taste better because they use less wax coating on the cheese to keep it fresh. Each of our grilled cheese buns will be using 2 slices of this. I am using the cheapest white bread I could find, but feel free to use any kind of bread. Keep in mind that if you want the grilled cheese to act as a bun, it must be somewhat malleable after you toast it, so cheap white bread will actually do this better than, say, a sourdough that will just break instead of bend. If you want to eat this open-faced with a fork and a knife, no problem, sourdough will do great. Now, my preferred pre-packaged wiener is a Nathan's, but I already had this, so I'm going to use it. And honestly, for the price and the macros, these dogs slap. If you need a glizzy, but you're on a diet, you can't do much better than these. However, if you're on a diet, you should not be watching this video. Full disclosure, using homemade chili is BIS here. That being said, stag chili in a can will more than make do. It's my favorite canned chili, and it saves you the time and effort of making your own homemade chili. I make no compromises with my compromises. Just remember that. Honestly, this Cracker Barrel box mac and cheese slaps so hard, not even really a compromise here. Just pick one of the flavors and go for it. Try to get this bad boy on sale though, because the full price tag will make you more inclined to just be using Kraft, and I wouldn't honestly blame you. I'll get my stovetop all set up, everything will have its station, and we are ready to rock. I start by putting chili on the weakest burner, setting it to low, and just remind myself to stir it occasionally. The effort to payoff ratio on stag chili is just through the roof. Can't hate it. Next, I start heating up the water for my mac, get some salt in there like a good Italian boy, and we'll return to it once it starts boiling. I then get my grilled cheese all set up. 2 slices of that Colby Jack on both. Now, I know everyone makes their grilled cheese differently, however my way is the best way. You want to slice up some butter. I went unsalted because Lord knows there's enough sodium in this meal to kill me. And you'll let the butter melt on the stove while the sandwich is on top of it. It just browns very nicely and tastes great. I know you already forgot to keep stirring the chili, so here's your reminder to not forget. Don't forget. Don't do that. The water is boiling. I removed the cheese sauce, put in the noodles, and set a timer for 12 minutes. Simple stuff. Hopefully you know how to make stovetop mac and cheese by now, but hey, we can't all be winners. Time to start the grilled cheese. I put the butter down, slap the sandwich on top of it, shifting it around a little bit to make sure it spreads over the bread and so that it doesn't slide to the side. Now, I do let the pan warm up a bit beforehand so the butter starts to melt instantly, but you don't want it to be too hot. You want the cheese to melt while the bread is grilling. Too low of a heat won't allow either to happen, but if it's too hot, you'll end up with nearly burnt bread and cold cheese in the middle. And I don't forget to stir the chili. When it's ready to flip, I slap the other pat of butter on the sandwich, then flip. Beautifully toasted, cheese is melting, life is good. At this point, the nudes are almost done, and the grilled cheese has been flipped. It's time to put the dogs on the griddle. Now, I want to make it clear, boil them, barbecue them, or fry them on a griddle like this. It doesn't really matter, just don't microwave them. That's all I ask. Noodles are done, go ahead and strain them. Now, for Cracker Barrel mac and cheese, you're going to remove the pan from the heat, add the noodles back to the pan, and just dump in that gooey cheese sauce that you know is healthy and natural and perfectly good for you. Then stir. Boom, mac is done. Stir your chili. Don't forget. Give your grilled cheese a flip. Make sure it's done on both sides and set them on the plate to receive them dogs. I've been rotating the dogs periodically to make sure they get those lovely grill marks, and we're just about ready to assemble. Once again, if you want to eat this open face with a fork and a knife, you don't need to mold the grilled cheese into buns, but for the sake of this video, I just want to demonstrate that you can. And knowledge is power, so you're welcome. After forming the grilled cheese buns around your dogs, it's time for the chili. And then for the mac. And then you got a plate for the boys. Make it look fancy or whatever. Marvel in its beauty. All that's left is to just send it down the hatch. Yes, I know I am making the boys stumble, but at this point, there's just no helping it. Now, I love this meal for a lot of reasons, but like when you bite into this thing, you get the crunch from the grilled cheese and you get the gooey center from the melted cheese inside. You can still very clearly taste the hot dog, and the chili and mac and cheese are just icing on the cake. The chili adding these warm, earthy flavors, and then the mac adding the sharp cheddar, in this case, piercing through and just elevating and making everything better. I just love it. I just can't eat it twice a week like I used to, obviously. Now, if you watch this video and you're like, that looks good, and you were planning on making it, you might have the common sense to think, A, how badly does this hurt while I'm in the bathroom the next day? And, or B, will this destroy my waistline when I inevitably become addicted to them? I can say with certainty that I cannot help you with the first one. Only God can save you. However, as for the second, here are the macros for the entire meal. If you eat every single scrap I made, this is what you get. Now that's ridiculous, you might be thinking, and you're right. However, keep in mind that I didn't eat everything, obviously. Most of the chili and the mac and cheese never even made it to the plate. They were left in the pot. I only ate about half the can of chili and probably about a quarter of the mac and cheese. So here's a rough estimate of what I actually ate. Still not great, but over 1,000 calories less is obviously much, much better. Well, that wraps up my 50 follower video goal of making my world famous laxative meal, my grilled cheese chili mac dog. I hope you guys fill the comments with about how much it costs to replace your toilets and repaint your bathroom walls. But if you enjoyed this content, bad news, I don't have anything else like it. But I'm down to make more meals for YouTube if that's what the homies want. In the meantime, give this video a like, hit subscribe, and be on the lookout for my Fallout New Vegas video that will be coming after I finish the game. If you guys want to hang out with me while I play, head on over to twitch.tv/hotdogbaglady. I'm live once again Monday through Thursday. I am on Twitter and on Instagram. I post more often to Twitter about when I am and happen to be not streaming sometimes. But both handles are just hotdogbaglady. Thanks everyone again for all the love and support. It means the world to me. See you next time. Peace.